Bad news, Boob here. I'm about to turn 53 minutes of your life into a living hell. So we're here on SnowRunner. It is the first video of the series of the entire channel altogether, and this is going to be pretty interesting. This is going to be the first video of a series I'm going to be doing that is going to be strictly SnowRunner. That's going to be called The Long Haul. So what we're going to do is we're going to have some basic-y kind of standards that we're going to go by on how we play this. It's not going to be like a linear playthrough like you'd probably normally see. We're going to actually attack this in quite the different approach. And we are coming in on a little bit into the mix already here. I kind of, since I've already been playing this since it came out originally on and off, I'm a bit away through the Michigan map. And I'm actually I'm at the end of it. We're doing the super order here, and I've already kind of did the first part of it when I did a live stream the other night on Twitch. The whole whopping 2 viewers. Woo! But yeah, anyway, I did the first part of it with the twice twin steer. Got all the stuff delivered out to Smithfield Dam. Messed up. Had to run a whole other thing of fuel out there. So that's why we're going to the KRS Bandit coming back now with a load of fuel because I took 2 of them out. And currently we're going to be taking this back to pick up the vehicle spare parts that we got to get from here in Smithfield Dam to get it prepped to take it over to Black River when we hit the third part here. We won't be seeing that yet today. This is all going to be doing the second part here, which is going to end up down in Lake Island. So the way we're going to do this series out a little bit is, how I said, we're going to do a little bit unconventionally. We're going to be almost done Michigan. Well, basically, we're going to be done Michigan once we're done the super order here, which was going to be the next episode that I already have done. I just got to do my voiceover on. But after that, we're actually going to go to Wisconsin next, which is, if you know, that's the Phase 3 map, the newest map, with all the fancy logging and somehow managing to use trucks for some Minecraft kind of weird stuff. But the way we're going to do this is that we're going to kind of follow it as if this was a fleet of trucks, work for a company or something like that, and they're just kind of moving across the continent. So we're going to do Michigan, Wisconsin, Alaska, Taymyr, Russia, and then end in the Kola Peninsula. So we're kind of working east to west. So that's going to give us some interesting challenges right off the bat. We're going to be limited on some trucks as far as upgrades and stuff go, because obviously some trucks don't get upgrades until you hit Alaska or the Kola Peninsula, or even, you know, just Taymyr in general. So that's going to present us some interesting challenges as we go. But we are using some modded trucks. This is not a vanilla playthrough. Maybe for the next playthrough, if we decide to kind of breeze through something again, we'll do a total vanilla, like hardcore mode situation. So right now, we got our vehicle spare parts. We're going to post up the Bandit right here, shut her down. And we're going to head over to the first modded truck you're going to see out of this. The JBE edition of the International Paystar, which is probably my favorite truck out of all this. And we're going to take a little bit of a interesting detour here. So from where we're at right now, we are actually down by the Lake Island entrance there. And we're going to take her through the swamp, see how she does. I got the quasi-dualies on it, the flexible suspension, and you know, the 4-slot gooseneck. So we should do pretty alright, I think. But yeah, I'm going to be doing these videos pretty much unsnipped. Like, we're not going to edit out all my my bloopers because I want to keep it real in that sense. So you see me mess up, you then you get to see why I don't have a CDL, because it's pretty obvious after about 10 minutes here. No, you're not even. And to kind of build though off of how we're gonna play this off some more, we're also not going to be doing any recoveries as far as, like, you know, while we're in the mix of a map. Now, like, say at the end of a map, you know, I might just go through and recover them before we go and switch over to the next map. But if a truck flips, if a truck gets washed down the freaking stream, well, then we better figure out a way to fish it out of there, or we're just going to lose that truck. So, yeah, we're already going to be kind of nerfed in regards of using the being limited on upgrades and stuff like that. So a lot of vanilla vehicles are going to be kind of tough. I mean, I am using a good number of modded vehicles, but this should be pretty. This should get pretty intense once we start getting into Wisconsin for a bit. 'Cause I know there's a lot of water, and there's also a. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun too once we hit Russia. So I'm gonna try to do these videos maybe twice a week, and I'm gonna do them like mission to mission. So I might do 1 or 2 missions within the span of an hour or so, like that. You know, whatever we can fit in, however nicely fits in. But I'll go a little bit over. I'll do a little bit more commentary on this as we're going along. And I'll also give you a little bit of a rundown about what you can expect out of the channel as it is, you know, going forward from here. So taking this thing through the swamp here, it's not exactly, you know, the smoothest of times, because this thing, for some reason, really likes to lift the front tires, and when you start getting into some hairy situations, that can kind of get you in trouble, because you're essentially pulling a freaking wheelie while you're also trying to pull a trailer and steer at the same time. But this thing, though, does surprisingly well. It's definitely one of my favorite trucks. I also have the P16 JBE, and that thing is an absolute insane tank. It is, like, it can go through everything. But this thing is definitely fun. A big international guy, so that kind of helps out. It's trucking this thing along here. We're just kind of keeping it going as we go. This thing likes to wheel spin really hardcore, so oh no. Yeah, no, this is why I don't have a CDL. This is absolutely why I don't have a CDL, because I can't drive a rig for the life of me. But that's what's gonna make it fun for y'all, because you get to see me mess up. You get to see me keep it real. You'll love to see it. Now, I don't know how many times you get to see a truck like this going through, you know, big old swamp, but I imagine this has got to look pretty cool going through there if you saw it in real life. I think this thing looks pretty cool. I tried to kind of keep the fleet in a bit of a color scheme, you know, if I could. Some of the trucks don't have, like, matching stripes, but they're all, you know, pretty close. I thought that I try to keep it kind of, you know, uniform. And I'll go over, you know, the fleet in probably what's going to be the 3rd video, because you'll get to then see it after we complete, you know, the end of the super order here. Before we go into Wisconsin, I'll give you a rundown through the fleet, give you kind of like a little bit of a review of how I like each truck, using them in the actual campaign themselves, how well I think they work when you're actually out in the field. I mean, you can watch reviews all over the place And it's a lot of people sitting there saying, oh yeah, you know, we did this thing, and man, this thing got a really awesome 0 to 60. It's like, okay, cool, but like, how does it perform on a tight trail? And you know, I've got, you know, big old trailer behind me, and that's, you know, a lot of people don't do that. Now coming up this hill here, this was probably the hairiest part, because this thing, once you put this thing in high, it is just like, it is going. Like, that's where this whole wheelie thing comes in here. Those front tires, they just want to look straight up at that moon right there. And that creates kind of a problem when you're trying to kind of keep it on the trail there, but at the same time, you got to hammer that thing down. Now we're coming up here, we're going to bang on the left once we get to the main road here. But I mean, this ain't even the worst part of hill climb. This part right here is. So, let's wish me luck here. And we're going to let her rip. Oh, smooth like butter. Smooth like butter. Okay, maybe that wasn't so smooth. That was like chunky peanut butter. Oh Jesus, that was not the prettiest move. That was not the prettiest move by any circumstance, especially for coming out of that pretty awesome moment there. That just kind of was like that was a humbling moment. So first thing we're gonna go up and grab the cement blocks, and then we're gonna work our way down, pick up the consumables from the farm, and then make our way to picking up the fuel, and then make our way on down. So like I was saying before, I'm just gonna do the Lake Island portion, because it takes me about 53 minutes to make my way up, down there, and back. The only thing I'm going to be kind of slicing out of these is just going to be the loading screens, because that's just unnecessary. You don't need to see the loading screens. So anyway, this is kind of like hitting the casual part. I mean, I know you're driving at night here, so you kind of probably got to turn up the brightness a little bit to see what's going on. But a little bit about what we're going to be doing on our channel as far as like my pipeline for it, and what else you might be seeing. This one's going to be, obviously this series is going to be the long haul, so it's going to be going for a while. And like I said, I want to do a whole bunch of pretty much constant uploads on this, a couple times a week, whatever. I also want to look at doing, I was thinking about doing the original Horizon, Forza Horizon. That is, if I can get it to be backwards compatible. It's supposed to be backwards compatible. I don't know how that's going to work on the 1S. I have yet to try it, but that would be a really awesome playthrough. I could probably almost basically speed run that, so that would be a super long series. I also think about doing something different with maybe doing like Mario Kart or something like that. You know, what I'm trying to aim for is I want to center this more around like automotive in general and transportation in general. So don't want to just say automotive, because obviously right now we're pretty deep into the business here with rigs, and if I dive down the Mario Kart thing, that's not even some different motorsport derived. But once I do eventually get a PC, I want to do some Transport Fever and BeamNG, stuff like that. I'd also like to dive into some more real life stuff. Get some actual like videos and do up some pretty cool edits with some neat cars, stuff like that. Maybe like to get doing some interviews with like owners in a podcasty kind of vibe. But I mean, that would all be, I think, really, really interesting. Y'all might disagree, but I think it's cool. But anyway, that's kind of like my my vibe for this, is that I want to keep it where it's, if it got wheels, and even if it ain't, that's in my books right there. That's pretty cool. So, I mean, you guys let me know what you think. I mean, I'm really hoping for a good bit of feedback coming out of this thing. You know, some comments, some likes, stuff like that. Um, if you want to kind of keep up with my adventures, holy crap, what is going on? Oh, geez, right up the bank. Oh my God, what the hell? You hate to see it. You hate to see it. That is not the catch money thing. There we are. We are literally right at the front gate, and I just completely turfed the thing right up the freaking hill. That did not need to Tokyo drift that. This thing likes to just kind of do that when, you know, at random times. I believe it's operator error. Again, reasons I don't have my CDL. But we now got our concrete blocks. We are gonna swing right up on out of here. I really do try to be kind of, you know, somewhat realistic in the way I drive here. I'm not just gonna drag the trailer along every single freaking thing in the road, because that's just, you know, that's not realistic. I like to keep somewhat of a sense of immersion in how I play, but that's probably gonna go out the window once, you know, we get into Forza and stuff like that. But oh geez, you might hear a lady snoring in the background, but that's okay. That's okay. That's our pupper. You'll probably see videos of her too. So now we're going to be chugging our way on down this hill, and it makes me really wish that this game had something of a Jake break in it, because that would be pretty sick to be just kind of cruising on down this hill here with the load on the back, burn the whole way down. I can dream though. I'm still dreaming yet to actually get, like, you know, a real manual transmission in this game with actual clutch. I do have a sim setup though that eventually will come into the mix. I gotta optimize a little bit. Right now it's just your basic Thrustmaster setup with you know, the simple gas and brake, and that doesn't do me anything. I need to have a clutch. But as we're like kind of going along here, I'll give you a little bit of some details about myself, because going down this hill gets kind of boring, but this will keep you, you know, keep it going for a bit. So big car guy, as you obviously could probably tell, but I mean, I'm into rigs, I'm into, you know, off-road stuff, trains, especially trains. Oh geez, there we go, Tokyo drifting again. You know, all that kind of stuff. I got a lifted Impreza, which you'll probably see a video of that coming soon enough, because I'm sure once that gets going out, that'll probably get some community involvement, hopefully. God. Yeah, because I mean, right now we're kicking off right here with that beautiful chicken egg of a number for the start of this channel at big old 0 subscribers. But everyone starts from 0, I guess. So that's just how it should be. So as far as like my background kind of goes for a lot of stuff, I'm a machinist by trade. Don't really kind of do that though right now. I mean, right now I'm just kind of a good old machine operator, just operating some machines all over the place. But yeah, I mean, I can run all sorts of CNCs, and I'm hoping in the near future I can actually pick up my own CNC, and then you guys get to see some pretty cool stuff. Back in the day, I used to make shift knobs as probably some people who are watching this video, because there's probably gonna be a lot of people who already kind of know me watching it. These shift knobs are under the name of boob knob. Coincidence, I know. You know, bad news, boob knob. I've seen some similarities, but I want to bring that back. That's going to be really cool. Y'all are going to get to see that from basically the revival, the Phoenix of shift knobs coming back at you. And I mean, I think it's gonna be well received this time around, because I can actually really be able to keep up at that point with, you know, people asking me for this, that, and the other. But, I mean, we're looking at a nice long drive here, and we'll get some Tokyo Drift action going on. But we saved it nice and purdy this time. Look at that! Oh man, Honda will be proud. God rest his soul. As far as other interesting tidbits, big metalhead, like all sorts of stuff, everything from like Sabbath up to like the heaviest freaking shit you could possibly imagine, all sorts of gent, deathcore, whatever. Huge Pantera guy, big fan of Dimebag. I'm also a guitar player myself. That might get a couple interesting little videos out of that. I am lacking right now any sort of intro to these videos, and that is what really was kind of slowing me down today, getting started up, was, man, how am I going to get you to all stick around? And I guess telling me that I'm going to waste your time. So if you made it this far, you guess what? I guess you're about that. But that's okay. I want to I'm gonna dabble and write my own kind of intro. Do got a band, and you're gonna see some cool stuff from us. Still got a lot of stuff we're working on, ironing out, you know, polishing up, doing all kinds of cool stuff with. But you'll get to see that soon, and that's gonna be neat. It's gonna be hopefully making some waves. Oh boy, here comes. This is a high drama corner coming up right here. This is what you came to see. This one always gets me with this gooseneck. Oh man, drop in the low plus. We're gonna just squeeze it by the tree. Squeeze that trailer right on next to it. Oh man, we're hanging that tire off there. That is the action. That's the bread and butter right there. I just kind of wish Michigan had a little bit more of that. I guess it does, but you gotta go looking for it. It doesn't just come to you. So as far as the fleet goes, I'll give you a brief rundown, because you're gonna probably see a couple trucks. I mean, you already saw the Bandit. That's one of the few vanilla trucks I'm running. That thing was quite the experience when we first got it going. And it was also a pleasant surprise, because I took a little bit of a break off from playing the game. Came back, and next thing I get this free Russian truck, and I'm like, oh, cool, free Russian truck. And I go out and drive it, and in about 15 feet, I put it on its lid, and I'm like, okay, that's a problem. And from there on, I tried using it and proceeded to put it on its lid about every time. So right here, we got my crane rig, my my white Western Star. That is old reliable right there. That truck has just been absolute awesome for everything. That when I did my when I went through the Not a Drill, I think it was, wherever the one mission is with the big old construction trailer, whatever it is. I did that with the Western Star, and that was, oof. It went beautiful. It went smooth sailing. Obviously, right here I got the International JBE, P16 JBE that I mentioned earlier. Which, man, when you see that thing, that is just a beautiful piece of machinery. That is an absolute monster. Also in the International Scout 800 JBE, the Silverado. And oh no, we're dancing. Oh no. Oh, that's an Austin Powers moment with the 43-point turn. Oh, Jesus freaking Christ. See, I'm telling you, it's operator error. It's gotta be operator error at this point. I mean, this is too common occurrence here. I don't know how I do it. I'm just going, and next thing you know, it just the whole thing just goes sideways, and that is just a bad time. I'm really hoping though, as I get a little bit more set up here, kind of learn the moves a little bit, I can get away from doing voiceovers and more so do like live voice as I'm going along playing, because it'd be a lot easier. But I'll figure that out soon enough. Right now, this will do the job. I keep it going. So we're coming up right now. We're coming up on the farm. So far, so swell, except for all the motor times, but no real damage. Oh jeez, suspension is a little jacked up, but whatever. We'll make it do. This is what sold me on this thing when I gave it the first shot. Toss it in all-wheel drive, toss it in low plus with that diff lock, and it will like rip right through this. When I first got on this map, I was absolutely terrified of this like mud stretch here. Oh my god, that was just like, I had the Titan and I buried the Titan going through here, and I was just like, oh my god, that is brutal. We'll finally come up on the farm here. We're getting through deep stuff, and whew, it just goes right on through it. I mean, sometimes it gets a little bit too much spin going on, as you can see, kind of really splashing that water up on the tires, because trying to just get it going through there pretty nice and smooth. But we got her going. It's right up on through there. No problems at all. It's just like what? And now, look, there we go. We're pulling a wheelie right on into the function. Oh, yeah. How you doing, buddy? Pulling right up into your house here. We're going to pick up some consumables. Maybe, maybe they got the California rolls here or something. I don't know, maybe they got some wild pepperonis. Who knows what they got here. But they got it. So we're going to get these stuffs, and we're going to load her on up. Yeah. Don't know how that box ended up there, but we got a box on the trailer. That's all that counts. I have noticed that since they pushed through that update, that for some reason it takes 4,000 years to get the thing in reverse. I don't know if that's part of that whole fine-tune thing or whatever, but that be what it be. Although it does tend to throw me off sometimes, and it kind of grinds my gears, both literally and metaphorically, because you'll hear it go as it tries to go in, out of reverse. I will say though, oh my god, I love these freak goosenecks and the semi-trailers. At first I was terrified because it's obviously such a much larger trailer, but man, compared to using them other ones that just kind of go all over the place, you're going to back up, these are the way to go. So we're going to bring it right back on through here again. A little more weight this time, so maybe it'll be a little more interesting. And then we go. Let's see how we're doing here. Hey, we're tossing a lot of water. But we got a little bit of dry-ish ground. Toss it down the low so they bite a little more. If my camera job is kind of lackluster for you or makes you seasick, I'll try to work on that, but let me know. I'm just I gotta pan around a lot because I gotta see what I'm doing. I'm really weird about that kind of stuff. I gotta see what's in front of me, see where each tire's going. I'm very weird about that, but I feel like that's just kind of also par for the course, and I just make a bigger deal out of things than they need to be. So now from here, we are going to head on up over the Head on up over the hill here by yeah. Yeah, you also get to see my brain farts too. Okay, we're gonna go up here by the garage. Come on down the hill, and then we'll be getting some gas, hopefully, if all goes swell. I would take the more exciting route, but I mean, I also gotta get this, I gotta get the fit within the time frame. And plus, I'll be shocked if y'all lasted this long into it. If you did, let me know. Drop a comment on down there and say, hey, yo, I made at least halfway. Because you will be like my favorite person ever if you make it this far. But getting this thing up this hill, it's just like, it's nothing for it. I mean, this truck get you into some hairy situations, generally, if you look for hairy situations. Me, I kind of go for path of least resistance in a lot of things. Although I feel as though this is kind of the game where the path of least resistance just does not exist for the most part. So we're going to head on down the hill here. Gently. Because, I already have Tokyo drifted this truck way too many times to count so far in this just one video. Oh boy. Yeah, this thing just like has a mind of its own when it comes to the back end sometimes. Maybe it's the mud tires. Could be the mud tires. That probably makes sense. But you keep under control, good bit, and I think we should be alright. I just think I try hammering this thing a little bit too hard. Though I will say, the next road we're going to be taking here is going to be, it turns out to be quite the fun stretch for a rig of this size on our way down to Lake Island. Especially when you got to get that river crossing going. That's another high drama area. I don't know what this guy's jamming, but he is just always jamming. Man, we just got in here with just fuel to spare. I mean, I got some stuff on the roof, but I mean, I like to save that for emergencies. But man, 18 gallons left. That was all we had left when we were coming in there. That's cutting it. Oop, oop, oop. There we go again. There we go. Oh, now we got the stuffs. Now we got those stuffs. Let's take the easy way out of here. I'll have to see if this thing got a log carrier for Wisconsin. That would just be awesome if this thing was a log carrier. Man, it is a cold one tonight though. Whew. I am currently here in the garage doing this because, man, it's not quiet in the house, ever. Oh man, but that be what it be. That's just how it is, and I don't mind doing that. I got my little heater next to me. I got me some Peppy Dew. There's freezing rain coming down outside because Pennsylvania is just like it's the place that hurts your face when you walk outside. That's what you came to see, I guess. Unless you're born here, then you're just forced to see it. Ooh, little mud hole action. I love how much this thing the back end just flexes. That's a thing of beauty. I gotta see if there is a heavy duty upgrade bumper for this thing. Maybe I'll keep the front tires a little bit more planted, then it could, claw its way out a little bit better. Be like a big old Yeti. Not like the coolers. They're overpriced, really overpriced coolers. More like the actual mythical creature. We got another one. This is a nasty little mud hole. If you weren't ready for it, that'll give you some issue because of that angle coming up out of there. Especially if the trailers start dragging the back end, and it's just not having it. Look, right there. Start dragging it. I get a little winch action going on there. This part's a little tight too when you got a big old trailer. Oh, oh, my favorite. Watch this right here. This is where it gets good. This is, oh jeez. Oh jeez. You gotta go wider, or those rocks are just gonna get you. Jeez. Like, you just inches, you just wheeling over the cliff, hoping for the best, hoping them back tires just point and shoot you the right direction. That is probably my most funnest. Yeah, definitely most funnest turn. Definitely most funnest turn in Michigan so far. This thing got me a couple times right here. I do not know how I have not destroyed that tree. And how many times I have smoked it with this truck. And my other trucks as well. That thing freaking ate my Bandit the one time coming through there. Like, literally, my Bandit just kind of was just like, oh, here's a trench. Poof, right on over. And that was a pretty mighty procedure till I got that all situated, got the stuff loaded back up on it. That was back when I still had my IX record and my Titanium Maximus. Yeah, I kind of. If you're one of the people that lost a whole bunch of mods during all these updates, also let me know, because you ain't the only one. I'm trying to think over the course of this whole thing. First one ever lost was the W77 Fleet Star. Yeah, Fleet Star. Had that one. That was my service truck for about 2 days. About 2 days. And on the first day, I rolled it down a bank. Managed to drag it back on up. And it was pretty solid. Did a pretty good job. And then I go again on the one day, and suddenly it's no longer on my map. And I'm just like, oh, well, did I at least get money for it? No. You get money for it. You don't need the money for it, buddy. Oh, man, it's the mod truck. Yeah, you know, all that fun jazz. But, yeah, then since this whole update thing, now I lost Titanium Maximus, which I thought I lost anyway because of the whole frog thing. But, only to find out I got it, and then a week later, I don't got it anymore at all. And I'm just like, okay. I had the IX Wrecker. I was using that box truck for a bit because I thought it looked kind of cool. And it did a pretty decent job with stuff. And then couldn't run that one either because, you know, RAM stuff. And we're just going to dip our balls down here into the river. And we'll hope for the best. Hopefully they don't get washed down. Turn to trout food. But I think we're going to be okay. Tires be like paddles coming through this thing. Oh, man. Look at that. Look at that. It ain't enjoying it, but it ain't having a hard time with it. It's kind of like, you know, when you got to, like, take all your clothes down to the basement to wash them and then walk them all the way up all the steps back up to your room and fold them. It's not a big deal, but it just kind of sucks to do it, and that's kind of where I think this truck's at with that river at the moment. Even with, you know, being 3/4 full, I mean, not a sweat. This thing don't care. We're kind of wrapping it around here. This is we're not too far away from our destination. Well, at least the Lake Island portion of it. This little swamp gets me every time. Like, every time. Get a little too brave, and next thing you know, it's just like, oh, here we go. We're here for a minute or two. Let's see. Gotta get the nice line going through there. Got the right tires going through there. But we are through it, and we are chugging along. I think this is the stretch where they say that that ghosty wolf pops up at. Though for how much I have been driving down this little stretch here, I have yet to find a little ghosty wolf, which would be kind of cool and terrifying at the same time. Apparently, this whole game is incredibly spooky, and no one wants to talk about it. Well, except for like the people that are talking about it on YouTube and Reddit. But that's besides the point. Man, I mean, there's like you're watching through some of the stuff, and there is just stuff I don't even know how people stumbled upon it. Like you got like the church in Black River, which obviously, I mean, that's a more obvious one. You can kind of tell as you're driving by it, something's a little off. But like, then the wolf, that's something different. Like, and apparently, I don't know if y'all know about this, but that's actually based on a phenomenon apparently that truckers experience when they are, you know, excessively tired. It's called the black dog on a highway or something like that. Which basically it's when the point when the mental point that you hit when you are so exhausted that you start hallucinating to a certain degree. And generally, the sighting of the black dog is then followed by a pretty gnarly wreck, from what I understand. This is the real fun part here coming through here, because not only do you got this river you got to navigate right on here by freaking Billy Bob's house, wherever the hell this guy's name is. I don't know who the hell lives down here, but then you got to branch off, and your two choices are you're literally up the river without a paddle, or you go right, and then you just got like the literal Big Dipper after it landed on Earth, and it's filled with mud at the same time. Just bonk it right off the rocks. It's like a martini, right on the rocks. Oh, Diff ain't being happy here. Trailer is not about to be happy going through here either. Oh my god, no, that trailer not going to be happy going through here. Look at that. I could just imagine the noises going on back there. Just as it's going across that. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I can only imagine what the bottom of that trailer probably looks like. But, you know, at least we can sell it back to them for full price. So, I mean, that's nice. That's nice. This is gonna be interesting going up here with the trailer. Ooh, look at the tires just flopping. Ooh. Uh-oh. Let's back her up a little bit. Maybe we were a little bit too confident there on that angle. We were definitely too confident. Who's dinging me right now? Rude. Alright, there we go. Let's try this angle. Eat a little bit more to hill. There we go. There we go. Like a well-oiled machine. At least I hope this thing is well-oiled, because if it's not, I mean, I don't want to seize up an engine out here in the middle of nowhere. That would not be fun. No, it would not be fun. Not even in the slightest bit would that be fun. Nor would blowing up a diff, you know, right before you hit a puddle. So we're going to pump the brakes there, turn that off. Let's give her a second. There we go. This ain't so bad. I could have probably did this in automatic. Maybe. I don't know. But we're crossing her. Right over the little pond there. By a whole bunch of little trout that are just like, oh my god, what is that? Yeah, there's that hole right up there to the right. Oh man. That is another one of them. Wow, that is excessive hole. Like that is a very deep hole. And I don't recommend diving down unless you got experience. That is not from new guy. That hole is not from new guy. I think I pretty much almost sank Titanius Maximus in that thing with the active suspension jacked all the way up, and it was still like up to the hood, I think. Like that, not a good time. But on the bright side, that is our last ugly mud hole. And we are going to bang a little left ski right here. And if we almost missed it, almost missed that turn, but well, you know, if this thing stops doing a wheelie, maybe we can turn. Maybe if they got a diff lock, maybe it'll turn. Ah, there we go, there we go. Oh yeah, we just cleared the sign too. Look at that. We just saved the local government about $400 from getting a new sign. And we're gonna stop here at my strategically placed tactical fuel tanker. And we're gonna be on our merry way. See you on the other side here. And we're on the other side here. Alright, so let's see. I kind of chopped a little bit out of that because, like I said, loading screens are dumb. But I performed an even dumber move. I proceeded to load screen into next map, drive about 3 feet, and accidentally hit the X and go back to the last map. So I had to hit X again and load back into this map, and that was just not a fun time. But we're here now. And it's a pretty straight shot, I think, from here. Lake Island was nowhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be for this kind of stuff. But it has its moments. It has its moments, especially before I got the Paystar here. And I was just using the White Western Star as my low saddle truck. Man, the truck's beautiful, but when you hit certain points, though, it just does not agree. It's just a slow little snail going on through there, and that does not, you know, that does not tickle the fancy. I mean, we're in the business here of getting stuff, you know, done. So I had to give it an upgrade. So now we're coming up here on the lumber yard, and these bridges, for some reason, they just give me a hollering of a time when it comes to you know, getting a trailer over them. I probably just take an absolute terrible angle, and I'm coming in here at 1,000,000 miles an hour. But it don't hurt nothing. I mean, we just dragged this thing over some pretty gnarly rocks. I think we could drag it over some 2x4s. At least I hope they're not 2x4s, though. Those are some impressive 2x4s. If not, you know, they are break, you know. It's not like I gotta go far to yell at the company and probably made them. Because they're right here. So we're going to cruise on through here, and they're probably going to be like, hey, coming for your daily pickup? And I'm just like, nope, see you later, chumps. I'm just using your little parking lot here because it's the easier way to go. We're going to bang a left here, I think. Yes, we are banging all the lefts. And we're going on our way. I mean, this truck really likes to boogie on down. When you get it going, it just goes. But sometimes they'll get you in trouble though. They'll get you in trouble, so we gotta play gently here and there. But we're mostly on the main road now, I think. Oh yeah, nice and smooth. But yeah, like I said, this is gonna be our part one, you know, where I'm sharing it with you guys. The whole probably 2 years that stayed this long, and we're getting kind of near a destination, which means we're getting kind of, you know, near to the end of the show today. And I'm gonna be starting up doing the voiceover on the other one because I already got that pre-recorded, and I'm gonna do that tonight too. So who knows, you might even get a double header out of me today. Wouldn't that be something? Right off the bat, brand new channel, brand new people who probably don't even know I exist, and y'all get a double header. That's some record setting kind of stuff right there. I'll tell you what. Dude, this little road, it ain't the worst, but it don't really bother me none. Cruise right on through, no problem. Oh, jeez, I didn't even freaking forget. Here, I never finished telling you what rigs I got. So, I mean, obviously, yeah, I told you I got the Silverado right before I Tokyo drifted this thing straight into the wall. Kind of like the Mona Lisa. But, yeah, we also got the twice twin steer, which is what I used for the first portion of this super hors d'oeuvre. And I'll tell you what, that is quite the rig. And I mean, it's fast. It'll get you where you're going if you can keep it in one piece. And as you can see, I'm not the most keep it in one piece kind of guy. I am just, you know, bashing and thrashing all over the place here, you know, as we get on here. So you can obviously see why that was quite the issue for me. But we made it, barely. Suspension was literally hanging on by a thread because, you know, you smack one of them rocks going up the big old hill to the warehouse, and, you know, that does like 40 damage. That's quite the unfortunate sight right there. Oh man. Now how am I gonna get my 5G out here? I mean, at least it's lit up, you know. Those low-flying airplanes, you know, they don't want to see them getting you. Even though it kind of looks like it did. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah, I remember what happened here. Our little RNG cat named Pete decided to come up and boot my hand right in the nick of time to, you know, send me into the freaking swamp. He likes to do that sometimes if I don't give him enough attention. But that's okay. We manage. We keep on trucking. You know, we're out here space trucking. We're right here. We're at the home stretch, I think. We got maybe like another minute or two coming up through here. I mean, this is pretty uneventful, minus all the vaguely eventful things going on, like almost driving off cliffs, doing a good old Tokyo skidder, almost, you know, into some concrete barriers, into a dam. Yeah. See, I don't want to cut that out because, you know, all these guys who got these chopped down videos, and they're like, you don't get to see a mess up. You know, they drive perfect. You know, it looks like they're perfect, but, you know, everybody makes mistakes. I think it's good to see mistakes, especially when they can be vaguely funny. Because, man, they really is a good reason why I don't have my CDL. But in the next episode, then, we're going to be tackling on here, because we are here. We did it. We're going to be tackling both the Black River drop and the port one. I forget what that one's called. But I'm going to see you on the next one. Shoot me a like, maybe some subscribes, and you know, have yourself a blessed evening, morning, whatever. Over and out.